NCRP Productions presents Shadowrun, Sunday in the Shadows, Season 2, Episode 7.
Hello everybody and welcome to Sunday in the Shadows. My name is David, I'm your Game Master. Today we are playing Shadowrun 6th Edition and continuing our story. We are going to go around the table real quick and introduce our players and their respective characters, starting with our very own Jelly.
Hi, it's Sequoia, and I'm running Jelly, the face character for the group.
Hey everybody, it's Pedro. I'm running Hot Hands, the Hermetic Mage for the group.
The person who blows
what's that?
up. The person who blows everything up.
Blows everything up, right. Yeah, last game, that's true.
Oh, to CC.
Hey, it's Barry, and I am running MF, the Dwarven Adept.
Hello, this is Josh. I am playing Nomad, the Lookout.
Yeah, right. You weren't looking out for anything when he blew up the building.
I was
He
looking
was
out
He was watching, yeah.
at him blowing up the building.
That's true. So, last we left off, Hot Hands had gone over and uses detect enemies to find the last remnants of life in the crumbled old living quarters and made sure to finish it off with the double tap of the rocket launch. Meanwhile, down in the lab, MF and Jelly attempt to get a functioning lab, which you have set up, and so that they can start to try and understand what exactly is afflicting LT. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of where we have left off, and we've just watched Hot Hands deliver the ordnance into the rubble and warn all those that are looking on through the trids across the planet, do not mess with me.
Well, I took care of that.
So did the explosion affect us down in the lab at all?
No, but you felt it. You heard it and you felt it. Mostly heard. It, you're far enough underground where you really shake the foundation. You shake it, but you're like, okay.
Should I keep this launcher in case we find other rounds? I don't really know how this thing works.
It was one-time use.
One-time use, excellent. I'll just throw it on the fire.
Boom.
There was a second one somewhere. I'm not sure.
It's like big vase.
It's what you
That's
used to
we
blow the building up in the first place.
No,
It
but
seems
then
like
we
big
found
vase
two.
of munitions, but okay.
Yeah, we
The first
have.
one, yeah.
I thought we used the truck to
So
blow
we
it.
used the
the
truck
truck
initially,
rockets.
and then Nomad and I found two in
Yep.
the motor pool. One of which is on the truck. The other one we used just now.
Okay, so you got one with a shaped charge.
right.
Okay.
I
we
wrote
have
it
one
down.
more. I gotta go get that real quick.
Okay, there's somebody. It's in the
Yeah,
truck.
we wanted to see if it made a dent in the door if we had the opportunity.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else that you guys, when I say you guys, I mean Nomad and Hot Hands, want to do in this 45-minute period where MF and Jelly are setting up the lab?
Essentially, every, I would say 10 minutes, I'll just kind of go up, astrally project, kind of go up in the air, and just scan to see if I see, cars coming. That's basically all I'm doing.
Okay, all right. Cool, yeah. So over the next, 30 minutes or so, you do, you roll up. You don't see any, there's nothing that would lead you to believe that you guys are not alone. You guys are just out here. You feel, and that's the whole reason why Evo probably took this place. It's a secluded, isolated spot away from everything else. So they could conduct their research or whatever they were doing. So, but yeah, so you definitely get that feeling like, okay, we're out here alone. No one's going to hear us scream, and no one's going to see what we're up to. So if the meth lab burns up, no one's going to see the cloud of smoke. Be like, So
Rockets go off.
short of a really nice, short of a really nice, high, very expensive dock wagon contract, probably nobody's coming to your rescue out here. So now, one of the things that now this is going to be true for both you guys in the lab and you guys up above. At some point, I'm assuming, part of you set up the lab is bringing one of the computer terminals online. There's already power going to the lab. At some point, an alarm starts to sound down in the lab. Not like,
One that wasn't going off previously.
Right, something's going off. It's kind of like that smaller red button on a dash somewhere. And what it is it is an air quality sensor. So there are sensors outside that, you've got analemmas and different things outside that are, barometers and different things. One of these sensors goes off, and there's power. It's pretty easy. You know how to operate the equipment. You can see the air quality is degrading to a point to where it's not healthy. Outside. For those of you outside, I know we've mentioned it before, but in light of other, more probably in-your-face events, Mount Shasta has been erupting over the last few days. And there's been a concentration of ash particles that are seen floating in the air. But now it's getting to a point where there's enough ash in the atmosphere to where it's actually creating a problem. It's starting to, the sun's starting to become that red ball in the distance that you can just stare at endlessly without, even hurting your eyes. And you're starting to see the content in the air, the particles in the air, much thicker. Now you're starting to see it rest on the ground, almost like a layer, but not quite that much. While you're still breathing outside, when these alarms go off, it's a slow burn, on your respiratory system to be breathing this stuff. Right? It's not like being in a burning building where you're smoke inhalation and you're gonna asphyxiate, but it's,
uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable. You're starting to maybe sneeze or cough every once in a while, clear your throat, starting to become scratchy.
So these kits down here, do they have like masks on them that would help filter this?
The chemical suits have a full chemical seal on them, so if you wore those, you would not have to worry about, anything like the outside port air quality, that kind of thing. Yes, they have a filtration. They're a full chemical seal.
And they would go over like armor. They would fit over armor and everything.
They fit over your clothes and everything. Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'll offer to bring you guys the suits if you want.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing to have on. And
It is getting a little hard to breathe out here.
So yeah, I'll run those out.
All right. It's not that it's getting hard to breathe. It's just you're seeing it now, where you're starting to see the effects of the volcano erupting be more. It's more prominent now. And you're still fairly close, geographically speaking. You're still pretty close to the mountain. Mm-hmm. But obviously, as volcanoes erupt, they put an insane amount of ash into the atmosphere that then gets spread by the winds and things like that, carried across miles and miles of stuff. But it's a significant eruption, and it's erupting in the fact that eruptions don't necessarily mean Mount St. Helens, where the side of the mountain blows out and this wave of pyroclastic flow runs down and mows down miles and miles of woods like toothpicks. It can just be this thing of billowing of ash into the atmosphere that's just erupting from the volcano. And that's kind of what's happening, right? It's not like there's a tidal wave of lava coming at you that you've got to run from.
I sure hope not.
Yeah, so.
Okay, yeah, cool. So we'll definitely take those from Jelly.
All right.
I'll meet Jelly halfway, go and grab them, bring it back for me and Nomad.
Okay. And then let's see here. The chemical suits basically provides you the same thing as a chemical seal. There are certain types of armor that you can get that you can add chemical seals to.
Actually, I think I might have that on my jacket.
All right, let's see here. So it's the same thing as like a full, it's like a full layer. It's an airtight environmental control that takes a major action to activate. It prevents the effects of all statuses connected to contact and inhalation vector chemicals, but can only be used for a total of an hour at a time due to the air supply. It neutralizes the corrosive status a number of times equal to its rating. These are rating 4 suits. Once it has resisted corrosion a number of times equal to its rating, it is worn away, and the armor no longer has chemical seal protection. So cool. So basically what these are chemical suits that give you the chemical seal protection. So as a major action, if you were to get into maybe a gas environment, or if you just want to, you can wear them and kind of breathe through them without expending their uses, just from like a filtering standpoint, to where it's not going to create any debilitating status, to a point where you actually suffer an actual status in game. You can wear them to just kind of protect you a little bit from the poor air quality. But obviously, long periods of exposure, over time can have a respiratory effect.
Mm-hmm.
Are there respiratory infections and things?
Are there extra air canisters down here?
So they're not necessarily, they're built into the suit. They're not like scuba tanks that you're carrying on your back or anything like that. They have a small pack that's built into the suit. So as you breathe, it creates this circulating kind of
spare filters maybe.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
So.
Okay, but for this purpose, we could wear them for a little while.
Yeah,
and it would be fine.
As long as we're not in like a heavy corrosive environment,
right?
That's when it'll actually start degrading.
So, ash in the air.
And there were 4 of them. So I know there's 5 of you, but there were 4 suits. Or there's 4 of you. There's 4 of you.
Right.
I can't count. I'm the 5th.
There's just enough of us.
LT was the 5th.
That's right. Yeah. All right. So, all right. Who knows? We don't know if LT would suffer any effects of anything bad, but
True.
So cool. So there's 4 suits. You guys can write those down, or whoever's got one. It's a chemical seal suit, chem suit, rating 4. So down in the lab, there's a filtration device. It's good enough to where you guys don't have to worry about it. So you can basically hole up down here and be fine.
Okay.
Although you guys did blow up the mess hall and the living quarters, so there's not a dining facility here in the lab. There's a small break room, if you will, where there's table and chairs, cupboards, sink, microwave kind of thing. But yeah, nothing where you can, any foodstuffs are being stored or delivered.
There's
You guys
no
are on your own.
Twinkies and an old
No
ass vending
Twinkies, no
machine.
soy calf, no nothing. Yeah. No.
Okay, cool. So we've got the lab set up, and then our next move is just seeing if any of your knowledge is applicable to healing LT.
Right.
Okay.
So the beginning, the beginning point for me is to start working on building some kind of a whatever it is, anti-ghoul. We're going to start assuming it's ghoul.
Okay. So if you're trying to, if it's ghoul, you know that the ghoul strain is an HMHVV strain. If you're looking for a cure for that, right? I mean, that has been underway for a long time now, years and years, and has not been discovered. So you know going in, hey, we're gonna try and figure out a cure for the common cold real quick in this lab. You know that probably those the idea of that happening is almost irrational to you.
But we're also assuming that he's not an actual ghoul. There are other things because of the corrosive
He's some kind
breath.
of hybrid something.
So maybe that is reversed. That's the direction I'm going.
So I guess the question I'll ask is, are you guys willing to take however much time that it's going to take for you to reach that conclusion?
How long?
I know I've got a specific term.
And I'll specifically ask, so Jelly, this may take, again, hours, days.
You're assuming it's going to
much?
take days, and at worst, could take weeks. But it's going to take, at a minimum, days to come up with something. Because as you know, science and experimentation and observation are
Do we hold up here?
not time-sensitive thing.
One concern is if eruption continues, if ash pile gets bigger, is tougher to drive out.
Further, we do technically need to return this truck.
How long did you guys rent the truck for?
2 days, I feel like. I feel like it was.
It's been longer than 2 days. You're already past due, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I think this is our third day.
Who did we rent? Who did you guys rent the truck?
So
Under whose name?
Oh, it was my. It was my
Hot
name.
Hands.
Okay, was it one of your fake sins, or was it?
Yeah, it was under Colton White.
Well, right now, since you have no matrix connectivity, you're not getting the pings of like, fees coming due. Please return our property. Blah 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 blah. Right.
Luckily, Colton White is the Cal Free State sin that I have. So come after
So
me,
we're on our
Seattle.
third day, right?
Well, let me see here. So you guys came down. Basically, took a day to come down and cut across 36. It was nighttime when you had the fiasco with the cockatrices in the back of the truck getting opened up, introducing Pearl. So it was the next morning that you got to the farmhouse, right? Then you guys had to travel to Folsom. So that was another. So basically, that was like another.
And that was the
So April
rule.
22nd, the morning of April 22nd, 3 days from the day we started the game,
I want to say it's been 4 days.
we were in the zoo.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So
3 days in, you were in the zoo with the
The
megalodon
morning
baby,
of the third day, we were going into the zoo.
where you found the baby megalodon.
And
So it's been 4
It's
days.
been, and now it's down. So this is the 4th day.
we've had another night since then.
Let's
I
see.
think this is this
You
night
left the zoo. It was late
would be
morning.
the third
So
night.
yeah, tonight will be So tomorrow will be the 4th day. You're at the end of the 3rd day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it is now getting dark outside. You've been taking time to set up the lab. Yeah. So tomorrow in game will be the 4th day that you've been gone, which would give us a date of April. You have it there, Barry? front of you?
It's April 22nd right now.
Okay, so April 22nd. So you're the evening of April 22nd. You started on the 19th. So, all right. And so you guys have... So as long as you guys are okay passing time, I'm okay with it. I have an idea in mind of an extended test, and you're going to make a biotech roll to try and reduce that time, like you did before with setting up the lab.
At that level, can I just erase my stun damage?
You can basically erase all your stun damage. All of your edge would refresh. Obviously, it's gonna refresh anyway. So there's party edge that gets refreshed. All right.
Oh, that's right.
Boom, boom. All
Okay,
right. That
so
goes
I guess
away.
my first question is Hot Hands, this truck is in your name, so any debts accrued will fall on the sin that you used for it. Is that
Yes.
something you're okay with as we work to recover what we can of LT?
Well, I did pay a significant amount for that sin, but I think LT's a little more important than that.
Because
We can
another
save them.
option is that we take the truck back and then get another vehicle to come back here.
We are here now. I say we stay.
You know, we're already in the hole. I can't
Yes.
imagine a few more days or however long, whatever. Maybe they'll just.
Your credit cards have been charged $53,000. Right?
And we have chance to maybe make something of this.
So we could do a more in-depth crawl of maybe even the rubble and see if there are anything that's worth peddling. There are drugs here that I know that I could probably find someone to buy off of us.
We talked about this before, yes.
Well, more than that, you guys are sitting on a data trove of information that'd be worth tons of money.
Yeah, we got
You
the
know.
blackmail, we got the
You got the
research
data.
info.
You got the data arrays. You know, you got the storage array.
Thankfully, I write shit down. I do not know how many weeks ago this was, Dave, but I had taken slices from Natasha's body, if I remember correctly, the cheek.
Yeah.
And started working on the samples in the lab. What I've written down is she's different from both LT and the bodies in the lab. The study seems to suggest that once open to the outside air, Natasha's body is corroding. So I already have started the lab. I already have samples and things like that
Yeah.
down there.
That's where you looked at the tissue samples under the microscope. And you saw the cellular difference. Now, it was hardening, not.
I'm good with running the time forward until either Dave has an encounter or we have an end.
The Nomad. I know this isn't what you signed up for, but there is money in our future.
Well, I'm already invested at this point, so I can spend some time making sure
Well, also,
we can fortify this for long term.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, if anyone has any physical damage, that allows you to make body rolls to heal.
Alright, so then it sounds like we are okay with just running it forward.
Okay. So, MF, you're going to make a biotech roll. This is going to be an extended test at a baseline of 1 month. Right?
So we're going to pass a month, just so I can write it down.
No, you're not going to pass a month. So I'm going to say it's a 2-week base time period for you to spend enough time in the lab, to get somewhere, right? To make some type of breakthrough.
Gotcha.
You're going to make a biotech roll. It can be assisted, so anyone else
Joey?
that has biotech,
I have biotech.
can roll. For every success you get, you're going to lessen that time period by 1 day.
All right, so I'm gonna have both of them help me because they would, if I'm down there basically full time other than
Yeah.
sleep, each of them kind of switches in.
And I'm like, I have my biotech book, digital book open, like
says here on page 4.
having to reference things.
So for every success that anyone with biotech gets,
Two.
So do you have to have biotech to do
Yes.
this? Since
This is specifically biotech.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm adding 5 to my base roll.
Okay.
Can do we have any?
We
Have
do.
some more party edge.
We do.
You've got 3, right? So yeah, your bonus edge went away from last
Yeah.
session.
Well, I was.
You're
You're
back to
say
3.
Do some exploding 6s, but I don't know if it's worth.
I thought about it, but yeah, I think with just the 2 week, because I don't want too much time to pass, but I think 2 weeks with a reduction in however many days that he gets on his roll.
In this
Okay.
time, I also do want to finish pulling that valve out of that chick. We can do
Okay.
that in a minute.
Okay.
And shoot the door.
So MF, are you happy with the result, or
I'm gonna.
Feel free to chip too.
Yeah, go ahead and pull. Well, see, we're just starting. I don't want to necessarily wipe that out. So I'm gonna get us to 5 successes. So 5 days.
So 14, that's gonna lower you down to 9 days. All right, so that's gonna basically you're gonna start this on the 4th day. Basically, you're gonna make that roll. So that's gonna put us at April 23rd.
And then we're
We're
gonna
gonna
go
roll
9
forward 9 days.
out.
It's gonna put us.
So
Are there
May
31
2nd.
days in April? And we're going May 2nd. All right, so we're gonna push us to May 2nd. In that 9-day period, this is where we have time. MF, you're engrossed in lab work, right?
Yep.
So in those 9 days, I know, Jelly, you said you wanted to kind of take a look. You can go and kind of cut away the little valve that's in one of the bodies. Seems simple enough. As you cut it away, there's a stem, so there's a valve, and on the other side, it's just under the dermis, the outer layer of the dermis, and it has a little stem that goes deeper into the tissue, and that's kind of it. It's standalone and kind of weird,
I mean, anatomy-wise, where do I think this stem lands?
Lungs, I'm guessing.
Well, so it goes into the base of the neck. You're thinking that it probably
The trachea?
the ones at the base. There's one at the base of the neck, and there's one at each shoulder.
I mean, we have 9 days. I'd pry them all out.
So the one at the base of the neck, you're guessing probably goes as sending something into the brainstem,
Okay.
and the other 2 are probably going into the lungs.
And so the one that connects to the brain stem and the lungs, it's functionally the same. It's just in different locations.
Yep.
So my guess is that something is being fed into these bodies, into the brain stem and the lungs.
On the interior part of the valve, it's like a sharp point. It ends at a sharp point. It doesn't look like it's delivering a fluid. There's no hole or anything. It's just a sharp point, probably to kind of puncture the tissue and get a good seat.
Point?
Yeah, so it's not like an ink pen where you have like something that's flowing out the tip of it.
Right.
So it doesn't. As you look at it, it doesn't look like the valve is delivering anything into the body.
Okay.
It may be monitoring something.
Okay.
It may be delivering something else, maybe an electrical signal or something like that. But doesn't look like it's delivering any kind of tangible fluid or anything like that. Maybe not a gas. It's a metal tip, on the interior. The whole thing's metal, but it's a little bit different. It's smooth, and comes to a point on the inside, and only goes about a quarter of an inch to half an inch deep.
I'm stumped by these tubes. I really am uncertain of what their purpose is.
Well, you've got 9 days, so I'll give you, as just kind of a hint, from a game master perspective.
Well, it's feeding. What it's feeding is feeding into the lungs.
Well, it's not feeding. It's probes.
They're
hollow.
It's either monitoring or
there's
doesn't look like it's delivering
there's no
anything.
outlet
Exactly.
No
point.
delivery? Okay.
Exactly.
So in that case, it's potentially an air sensor looking at what's going on in the lungs.
But it's going into the brainstem too, and it's the same thing. So it's measuring the same thing in all of these places.
It's not identical, though, because the hose that went into the brainstem is different than the hoses that go in. No, they're
No,
identical.
it's all identical.
Okay, because the original description with
So it's-
Natasha sounded like they were very different.
No, they're the same.
Well, wait, it's a valve. Valves
valve.
are gonna stop something from flowing. So
Yeah.
something's
Or connect something.
yeah.
No.
Okay. So it could be pulling something out and then stopping when it doesn't need to be pulled. Because if you have that suction,
It's not hollow. It's not
be a-
pulling. It's
could be
not
a-
pushing.
Could be just meaning a valve. It could be allowing access or denying it.
If this is the valve and it pops out like this, if it's sucked on, the valve's going to lift, letting flow, and then when it doesn't need to be flowing, it would pop down.
On this side, there's nothing to flow in or out. There's no opening.
Well, it could just be sucking matter out.
There's nothing for it to. It's like a cone that you could fill with water. It's not a tube. It's not a syringe.
So
it's
whatever-
It's like a
delivery.
spike on one side.
Yeah, it's just a spike, like a.
Yeah, so I mean, unless I'm wrong, if it's just a spike, then what it's doing is if nothing's being pulled from it, it's stopping the blood from flowing out, or what?
There's
No.
no opening. It's like a meat thermometer.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like a meat thermometer.
You're not gonna pour anything in. You're not gonna draw anything out. There's no.
But it was connected to tubes, right?
The tubes are hollow. The inside of the valve is hollow. There's no exit point on the spike or entry.
Yeah, and so it could be some type of sensor, or it could be if it was making some type of connectivity where it was delivering an electrical impulse, all right? It can be contained by the shielding on the tubing, right, to go from point to point to create that
But when we
connectivity.
chopped the one, when we cut the one, it was a hollow tube.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is nothing extending from the spike or the valve into the tube.
Right.
Well,
It's
it's the
just-
top of the valve, right? So it has like a little nipple on the valve, right?
Right.
That extends, so the tubing comes up and goes flush with the skin, right? And then the valve stem is right on the inside. On the
Yes.
other side, past the skin, you've got this spike that goes into the tissue.
I get that, but
No.
it's connected to
That makes
nothing. Coming up the tube, there's nothing that
Right.
it connects to. So inside the tube is going to be some form of a gas, air,
Yeah,
or
I think we're-
something else, probably an
something.
inert gas. Other option would be liquid. It can't be a solid because it would still be in there. It has to be something that moves in and out.
Could
Are
be
there-
electrical too, though.
Are there any gases?
Couldn't be electrical.
It's
There's
good.
nothing. Not the way you described it. We're a rubber tube.
Yep.
There's nothing carrying electricity
Well-
in a thing, because the description I got is it's a hose, right?
Isn't there are gases that can conduct electricity though?
Yes, there are gases.
So that would
conduct
be the
electricity.
exception of how you would.
And you would need some kind of containment and some type of shielding in order to contain it to travel in a directed pattern.
So the hose contains a conductive gas at times.
Sure.
That feels
okay.
like we
You
can
fill
all
it,
agree.
fill it, and run your electricity through it.
And it goes to the brain and the lungs, which
Yep.
stimulate breathing so the body doesn't die. So that's where.
Maybe it could also stimulate growth if the body is dead or inert or
Yeah.
hibernating.
Yeah, because it needs food. It needs air for the brains to
Yeah, I'm
keep
saying this through
alive.
foreign test, dude.
Yeah, right.
Maybe Jelly, you connect up resistor to plug in wall, and you simply connect from wall plug to position. See if it makes body move, body jump, air come in or out.
I would
or lungs.
absolutely do this in these 9 days.
Okay, yeah. So who are you going to connect to the machine?
Not one that we've cut open.
Right. All right. So you've kind of discovered this in your time. Like, okay, this thing. You've got theories on what, if it's transport or if it's just point-to-point connectivity.
Begin with lungs, not head.
Okay.
Head may have other very bad things.
Okay.
So let me see here.
Good point, because all of it could connect to the noxious
Actually, what am
gas.
I saying? We chopped the heads off. I mean, we disconnected the heads. Only
Yeah.
thing that makes sense is doing the bodies, doing the shoulder.
Nomad's
nipples.
like, you guys are freaks.
Doing the nipples.
I'm living on the roof these 9 days.
I'll be outside.
I'll be in my bunk.
Yeah. All right,
Have
let
fun
me
poking
just,
dead
I want to look
girls.
at the.
It's like plugging them up to the wall.
I mean, curiosity.
You're gonna plug up the Frankenstein monster that happens to be an explosive zombie parasite, also.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
Anything's possible in the world of Shadowrun.
I don't know. I beat my Scrabble levels. I need something to do. Doesn't re-up till Monday.
One of the things that would come to me, because it just came to me, it would come to me over the time I'm there, is having Jelly slice off slices of skin from one of the bodies and testing it. Are the things that infect LT and Natasha in different ways infecting this body? What I'm thinking is, Natasha having gone out in the world, we know that there's a corrosion aspect to her. Me connecting that it might be the blight, I'm thinking that maybe the other bodies don't have the ghoul side of it. So that's what I'm looking at. The not ghoul, but the what we think is the ghoul. The infection that I'm following. Are these bodies infected with it as well? That's what I want to see.
Okay. So now, what did you do with Natasha's body? I think did you bury her? Or you just left her outside.
Sanitize
Right?
She's just
her.
outside the truck.
Okay, she's just outside the truck on the ground. You've cut a couple piece straps off her cheek.
Okay, we've had 9 days. Would we have done something with it?
I wouldn't.
Burnt it.
Okay.
I'm in the
Yeah,
lab.
yeah, we probably would have
Burn the
burned
bodies. Okay.
Throw it on the pile of burning.
Yeah, we
raw.
probably would
MF,
have.
give me a composure test, right? This is just or a memory test, rather. This is just kind of you diving into your own scientific theory of how to approach certain things.
3.
All right, so with your 3 successes, something becomes apparent to you, right? You know that any progress or any findings, typically in research like this, are stored somewhere.
Right.
You've got 9 days of time.
Oh yeah,
You've got
data
storage.
cores.
You've got storage. You've got the storage arrays, and you've got an active computer terminal.
The downside is we have nobody that's capable of cracking the computer, and we already realize we can't get in there because we don't have the passwords.
Well,
Well,
another.
you tried to get in, and you tried to access the data, right? But you didn't spend a lot of time.
No, we
trying
were
to
in a
work
time
around.
crunch.
You were in a time
So,
crunch. Yeah.
so the question is, who would do it? Not me. I'm working. Not Hot Hands. He'll
What?
wreck it, right? Aren't you?
He'll wreck it.
Well,
Aren't you
no,
basically-
If I needed to take apart the computer, no, I can't do engineering. But there's nothing
Okay.
that says I can't do computing.
Computer?
I'm a smart
Okay.
dude.
So not me. I'm the only one that can't.
Who's got the
The-
best computers?
The other thing,
No one has computers.
I think Nomad had a computer. Didn't
No,
No
I
one
have
has computers.
electronics and engineering.
This is
Can
the whole
I-
reason why
That's
we
right.
pulled
That's
everything.
weird. You tried to do with your electronics engineering. You just didn't have the computer skills to really.
if you let
Right.
me
I have
spend a little
I have
karma-
decent logic, but
Yeah, I have engineering too. I
You
mean,
guys can totally spend karma this time. Yeah.
maybe that's what we need to pick up.
Let's
with.
see where.
yeah, just
Okay, so
in
here,
9
here's,
days, can I learn how to use a computer?
Here's what I'll do. I'll do the computing. I'll say I'll take this, and I'm gonna spend the 9 days doing it.
Reading the
And-
user manual.
You
Yeah.
are kidding. You are using computers for dummies?
Yeah.
Isn't that circa 1990 something?
I need to learn programming first. Hello world. Okay, first step done. No, but yeah, I'll spend 9 days and I'll spend a little money on karma on.
Well, before you do that, everyone make me perception tests.
Everyone?
Everyone.
Okay.
This is gonna represent your 9 days of being in the facility and giving you the opportunity to maybe find something that might help you along your way.
The other thing I was gonna say before doing this is I really also wanted to check the administration level.
Okay.
So if you guys don't want me to do this, I can go and scour the administration level. Because I'm also curious about getting into that vault too. So I'm hoping someone has a key or some. I'm looking for an idiot.
You remember the vault had a magical barrier around it.
The eyeball thing.
You could also spend time trying to get through the barrier. Yeah.
Well, no, we got through the magical barrier. It was that we couldn't get through the
crack
biometrics.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah.
So one for me.
I have two.
Four. Okay. For the two of you that have 4 successes. All right. So in your kind of findings, as you kind of have spent 9 days here, at some point, I'm going to say, all right. So Nomad, you come across a what do you call them, like a moleskin? You know, like it's like a little notebook, basically, that has some type of little, like, noticeable, obvious little clasp locking mechanism on it. And you find it in you find it in one of the on the administrative level, in one of the desks, right? It's like in the back of one of the slide out drawers. It's got some type of lock on it. Yeah.
Can you twist it? Can I
Like a little
unleash my auto picker on it and just
stick a knife in it?
You can try and pick it. Sure.
Yeah. It's a rating 4 auto picker. It just it picks.
Are
Locks
those
the rating.
are those one-time use?
No, it's like a device that's like a little auto picker.
Yeah, I get you.
Is it a level 4 or lower lock?
So that's why. Yeah, I mean, like
Then because we've had to use it before, and you just automatically succeed.
that's what I recalled. But
It's just someone's journal. Today Carol smelled really good.
All right.
I swear Derek comes to me one more time about the company baseball game. I know what I'll be doing with a bat. Brought to you by NCRP Productions, the gentle turning of RPG pages. Please enjoy.
Take
No,
some more.
looks like I have to roll a d6. Let's go ahead and... Oh, a 4. That doesn't succeed. It looks like the monster is tearing me bits to bits.
oh no, it is a +1. Okay. I'm picking mechanical locks +1.
Jelly's law commercial.
Okay. All right.
So-
So you find this thing, right? So you see that it's got a lock. You're gonna pull out your lock pick and try and pick it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So
So you got your tools. All right. So you start picking the lock. As soon as you put your tools into the locking mechanism, it pops open.
oh, how convenient.
Right. Well, it doesn't seem that convenient because as soon as you know that, wait a minute, this thing didn't even like really do anything. But as soon as I inserted the tools, it popped open on its own.
It's a mimic.
And but what happens is, right? There's a small vortex that starts to stir.
Oh dear.
And what basically manifests is it looks like a globe of electricity that takes the form of some type of man. It's got like appendages with fists, right?
Like how large of a man?
As it starts to form up in front of you, literally
Full-sized man.
full size, like elemental size, electrical ball.
Did you carry it up on the roof with you? Where are
And
you
it-
doing this?
I'm
You're
sitting
in
where I found
you're
it.
in the admin, right?
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Okay.
Like you and Jelly are like, you're like across the room, and you're like, you guys are digging through stuff.
Okay.
You guys are down in the lab and stuff like that, and you're like, oh hey, found a book, cool. What's this? Hold on. And then
Oh.
plop, boom.
It's not a book. It's a
Right?
elemental.
And this
or
thing
something.
reaches out to grab you. It's going to make an attack against you.
Oh, God.
All right. So I'm going to make an unarmed attack,
Remember, there's only one person that can dispel it, and it isn't you.
and it isn't you. All right. So
Oh
I can't read these dice.
you
from
don't
a
need to read my
distance
dice. You need to read yours.
no. Oh no.
anyway.
This will be interesting.
Okay.
I'll count these.
So I'm doing agility plus.
I really loved Nomad, Josh. It was really wonderful being in a group with
You are a
him.
great addition to the group.
So what you're doing here is a defense test, which is your intuition plus reaction.
Oh,
So-
do you have to worry about attack ratings? Can you maybe get an edge?
So my attack rating is.
Can I?
What's
dodge?
your
Can I
defense? What is your unarmed defense rating?
My defense rating is 10.
10. No, you don't get any. I don't get any edge. And you don't get any edge.
So can I dodge though? Can I add my athletics to this, or is it just a flat defense rate? Is it like a dodge? Like can I go full dodge on it?
It's unarmed, so it's an unarmed attack. But you can, as per the dodge
It's got a cartwheel,
move,
but yeah.
let's see if it enables you to. Let's take a look at dodge. A character can add their athletic skill to a single defense test in combat. So you're gonna make a defense test. You can use dodge.
Okay.
So it's gonna use up one of your actions. But yeah, go ahead.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's my defense, and then my dodge would be 5 on top of that.
Cool.
So this will be 5 more.
All right.
I get 3 more to roll here.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay, guys. Thanks for showing up.
What do you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right.
And I could use 2 edge twice for my personal pool to go up
This
to
might be
8.
worth it.
Well, you don't know what I rolled.
No, so,
All right, so you're gonna go with that?
I'm gonna go with that.
All right, cool.
yeah.
And I also have 6.
So he's got 8.
Oh,
No, he's got 6.
No, he
No.
said he's raising it to 8. He just
Yeah.
marked off
I just.
the edge.
Oh, you are
yeah.
using the
Before
edge.
I knew that you had 6, I raised it to 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so mark up. So you just blew,
I blew it
4
all.
edge. Or you just
Yeah.
blew your edge. Okay, cool. So you dodged the attack. All right. You dodged the attack.
Good.
All right. So now we'll go ahead and roll initiative. Basically, you basically set off a trap. All right. All right. So
Do I need to roll
hot
initiative?
hands?
yes, you'll also. So what you
Hot
see,
hands.
what
Are you
you
down
see is this large elemental, this lightning thing form these appendages and swoop out at he's over there like, hey, I found something. Like, here, wait a minute, and just like as you look over, you see this big thing kind of manifest and go
Yeah.
after him. So the two of you are going to roll initiative right now. Next round, as you guys are like,
Okay.
now. As you guys have your study interrupted, it's going to prolong how much time that you need. But go ahead and roll initiative.
Dear diary.
Are you down in the lab with me, or because they're downstairs, are you actually upstairs outside?
That depends on what you guys want me to
It
do
would
with you.
make no sense. I would get upset if we were all in the building.
So then I can totally be up at the top.
Outside.
And then if I'm going to be doing that, I might actually try and do some alchemy. If I don't know anything's going on, I just realized I can actually make like put spells into stuff to be able to be triggered, so I can do the drain now
Okay.
and save it for later.
Are you going to do intelligent stuff or stupid shit?
That's not really any of your concern, is it? Well, actually, it might be your concern. It's none of your business.
You can fight the spirit from up there, right? Just
Astrally
pop down here
project
after
down
the-
Oh yeah, I
Fly down the
can.
astral.
Actually, wait, I can just fly down there,
Right.
banish it, and then go back on my business.
Yeah, so can you do
I
that?
don't know if you can banish an astral. I do not remember the game well enough.
All right. So.
You can do some damage too.
I won't.
All right,
I'm
so-
not even gonna look it up. I'm just gonna do it.
All right.
This is
All right.
a,
So who do
this
we got?
is like
So
a-
right now it's just Jelly and Nomad.
This is like
Yes.
an was it like an energy thing, like an electricity thing, or was it like a wind?
It's probably just a bound spirit.
Right. It's a bound spirit that
No, I
comes
know,
into
It has
service.
one job.
It has one job, right? And
Safeguard this.
It's come into service to
right. But what's
to-
its form exactly?
Electrical man.
Like a
It's
Electrical.
Right. It looks like a large ball of electricity that's arcing left and right, and it grows these appendages
Yeah.
that look like a big electrical arms and lashes out at you and miss.
don't
though.
want to be zapped.
So, Jelly, what do you have for initiative?
I found. I apologize, but I found that zap lasts 2 rounds.
Oh, okay, cool.
In the
All right.
in the interim.
All right, cool.
Jelly's initiative is 9.
9. And Nomad, what do you have?
17.
All right, 17. I have 21.
Oh.
So we are going to do the same thing.
I have so many dodge dice.
And I need a few more dice here.
Oh, good lord.
Teach you guys to just open stuff without bringing it to me first.
Not you guys.
Well, you've got a point there, Hot Hands, right? You know,
Nomad.
it had a lock on it for a reason, probably. But hey, that's okay.
A locked book in a,
Yeah, I may.
laboratory.
They got left behind, maybe for a reason. I
Yeah.
don't know. But-
I
A locked
may never
Focus on
have told you
economic
guys
all right,
that we can enchant.
all right. So you are going to be making a defense test, right? So I've got 7.
I also have 7.
All right, and you're out of edge, right?
There's some team edge there that I can pop 1.
Yeah, you
don't know.
can absolutely do that.
So that would cost 2 from the edge pool.
Yeah,
That would give him 8. Survived 1 more time.
Okay.
Yes.
So you use 2 of the you're going to use 2 of the group's edge
Thank you.
for your own selfish needs.
Okay.
All right, no problem. You dodge. All right, it is now Nomad's turn.
So I had to use a minor action to dodge, correct? So
yes.
I now would have.
I believe. Let me just
minor
double check, but I think that's a minor action to dodge.
and a major.
Pretty sure.
So
Yes, dodge is the minor action.
Minor action. Okay. You see. All right. Cool. So yeah, -1 minor action.
okay, so I think I'm just gonna draw my katana.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, Electric Man, I'll use this conductive metal on you.
Yeah. I want to get more shocked.
Right? I mean, I don't know what would happen.
I want to get as shocked as possible.
Like I shock people here.
Maybe I'll put this out of my mouth.
All right.
It's got an insulated handle, I think.
Okay. So, what do you?
All right, so drawing katana, and I'm taking a swipe,
Okay.
seeing if that has any impact on this thing.
Okay.
Uh,
So I gotta get a defense. You know, I think it's a good idea. I'll dodge. Right.
yeah.
So so I get my intuition
So I'm rolling agility plus
reaction, and then my athletics.
14.
I'm just keeping my mouth shut.
All right.
I'm not going to do what I did last time.
All right. Yep.
Attack rating on this guy is 10.
All right. My defense is 4, so you're going to gain a point of edge. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
3. You can stop.
7, 8. I've got 8.
Oh dear God.
Yeah. So just for game terms, right? So it's a force 6 spirit. I get a 6 intuition. My reaction is force plus 4, and my athletics is the same as my force. So.
Hot diggity.
So yeah, spirits are the best guard dogs in the game.
He can barely cast a level 4 without going under. Just to give you an idea how incredibly powerful a 6 is.
So
Incredibly powerful a 6 is.
well, no, you could.
Pearl was at least an 8, if I remember correctly.
Pearl was an 8.
To give you an idea how over the top powerful Pearl was.
Pearl was very powerful, but a force 6 elemental means so you resist the drain. The drain that you resist is double the force, but you should be able to. I mean, when you do a drain resistance test, how many dice do you roll?
About 7.
All right,
Yep.
that's not bad. You should,
Yeah.
you wouldn't definitely go under by summoning
Yeah,
the spirit.
even if I took
No.
all of it, I wouldn't. So just to let you guys know, I looked. It doesn't say I cannot banish. It
You can
actually says that I
definitely.
can't in astral form. It says I become dual natured and I
Right.
can use magic, so I can. So if you guys tell me, I can be there really quick.
And it can attack.
Gotta
That was the
get
first thing
that.
that came out of my mouth was hot hands.
Well, let me know when I can add.
All right, no problem. So yeah, you guys will get there at the end of this round. You guys will be privy to what's going on at the end of this round. And now it is Nomad's turn. So you guys are.
No. I just
Nope, he just
swung.
attacked.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh yes, and I defended. Yes.
I have
All right.
two minors that I'm
Now it's okay. You
that
can
I'm-
do anything else?
that I'm pocketing. 2 minors that I'm
Okay.
pocketing for
You want to dodge?
For a rainy day.
for whenever
That's
he
good. I mean, dodge
Dodge.
taking a minor action. I mean, I get everyone a major action to attack and a minor. It's a great way to just save that.
Yeah.
It works both ways. Yeah.
like
So,
why attack twice?
I've
if
got
you can?
athletics. Yeah. That's an extra 6 dice that I get to try and dodge with. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. So you see this thing going on between these two across the room.
I start yelling for hot hands and I run out of the room.
Okay. Ah!
No offense.
Thanks, Charlie.
All right. Okay, so you guys are all now kind of privy to what's going on, and as you, I don't know, do you always have the video link kind of up
Yeah.
and running?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been running this whole 9 days, so when you go to take a crap, they're like, why are we
Well-
looking at the bathroom?
The
that
thing
kind of
is,
thing.
down.
Yeah.
They don't have to subscribe to the video link. Like
It's there. You don't have to.
ball
subscribe.
Right.
you can close it at any time if you're uncomfortable
But
with
you
the
leave
content.
it open. All right, so you leave it open. You're sleeping. It's just
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm out here peeing again.
This is Nomad. This is your boy Nomad. I'm here in the back of the lab taking a piss and
Right.
We have like a nomad bingo.
It's Nomad Vision.
You're right. Nomad Chronicles.
You can start like doling out subscriptions. You know what I mean? Like the life
Only-
of the Shadowrunner.
Nomad OnlyFans.
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody wants to see me draw a smiley face, I need you to smash that like button.
All right, cool. So you got it open all the time. So you guys can pretty quickly switch over to his feed if you want to. Be like, what the hell? And you see this ball. It looks like a ball of lightning just lashing out at
I'm
him.
booking it.
Sword fighting the lightning ball.
from Pokemon.
Basically, no.
So I'm just like, I'm getting like components ready to do some alchemy, and then I'm like,
As soon as you see it, it
Yeah.
looks like an electricity elemental,
oh, that's a electricity elemental. I'll be right.
which is
there.
like a derivative of a spirit of air.
I'm gonna just jump from my body and when I can act, I'm just gonna be wham, slamming my way down there.
So the MF and Hot Hands can now roll into initiative.
There is no reason I would leave the lab.
Okay, you know this is going on, but you're going to continue. You guys handle this while I...
There's no reason it would attack me in my mind, and there's no reason for me to leave the lab. I am not going to be useful.
8.
Okay, so 8.
This is kind of my gig.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, so that was okay. So at the top of the round, I get to make my attack. So I continue to lash out at Nomad, as its whole services bound is to protect this book.
Real quick. Is it a minor to draw a weapon?
Yes.
Okay, then I want to draw my grappling gun once I'm in the hallway.
Okay.
Is it still mad if I drop the book?
Close combat.
Let's find out.
Question.
Is it a minor to drop
I'm just
the
like
book?
holding it still, and I'm like, wait, oh.
3.
It only gets like
is a
it only gets a
non-issue.
few actions, so
3 dice.
it had to be
Right.
given a very specific command.
And so
Right.
what is in the book if it's being guarded anyway?
It is journal. I really love
Yeah.
Carol.
Yeah,
She smells
All right.
so good.
I've been practicing my magics.
All right, so it's going to make an attack against you. I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
What
12. I rolled 12 of 15 dice, all 5s and 6s.
What the hell,
Okay.
Dave?
That's that's a 3. That's a
Oh
6.
my
Yeah.
God.
Damn. All right.
And just for fun, he's gonna explode the 6s.
I'm not exploding the 6s. That's a god roll right there. That's insane. I mean, there it is, right for all of you to view. Maybe not our listeners, but hey, it really happened. Okay?
Yeah,
Please
it's a
roll
fuck
something
ton.
good.
That's
I can
crazy.
heal
I
you
used
as
all
long
of
as-
my good rolls already. I mean, you guys might not have noticed, but I've been rolling really, really well this whole time.
You rolled really well.
Can you dodge?
My look.
You
Yeah,
still can dodge. I mean,
No,
what you
no,
want to
what
get as
I'm
many
gonna-
because the net is what
What I'm gonna-
deals results. Net is what deals results. So right now
So-
I've got 12, but you know if you get 7 more, then 5 is probably better than 12.
Yeah, one option other than dodge is block, and so
Okay.
so what's interesting about block is that you get to use your close combat, which I have Blade's expertise. So close combat is 3, and Blade and an expertise is +3. So that would give me actually 6 dice.
Well, how do you have an expertise? You can't take an expertise of character creation.
No,
you
but
can
you
take
can
a
take
special.
it when you spend your karma at the end.
You bought an expertise. Okay. Cool.
With
No
the
problem.
bonus karma that you spend at the end, right?
No, you cannot take an expertise of character creation. But if you bought it since you've been playing and
No,
spent the karma,
no.
yeah, you can't
I
have. You
haven't
can only
done
have a specialization. You can't have an
Okay,
expertise.
I must have
Oh,
misread
thank
that.
God! I mixed those two up. I'm like, I
Yeah.
have so many specialties.
Yeah, you can have a specialization,
I
but
thought
you
I
cannot
thought
have an expertise.
counting. I thought the karma that you spend at the very end to level up your character counted as.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, they limit you on so you can
Then it
you can
doesn't
have
really
only
matter.
one specialization per skill, and you can't have an expertise.
Okay. So maybe I'll buy that as part of this 9 days after this fight if I
There you
survive.
go.
It's like now I've become an expert.
I'm an expert.
Just need a couple health. Don't die, and I can heal you.
So, all right.
Don't die, and you'll be fine.
I'm assuming it's an electrical spirit. It's stun damage, so it has
I was
to
going to ask,
overflow.
do we know if
It's
it's
not.
SRP?
It's
Has anyone
probably
been hit
gonna
yet?
do.
Nope, he hasn't been hit yet.
Good.
But electrical damage
about to
is
be.
inherently.
He's about to be
stun.
hit. I
You
rolled
hear
12.
what?
I rolled
Oh, I heard.
12.
Okay, so
That's crazy.
I am going
That
with
is crazy.
8 and 5 then.
So you're rolling 13 dice,
8.
which is pretty good.
So I would need to.
That right there gives you, I mean, that makes athletics a no-brainer to have for every character. Just
Yeah.
for your defense tests. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
I
crazy.
would need to roll one
True.
more. 5.
So you got 5?
Yeah.
All right, so I've got 7 net. All right. So this thing, when it hits you, now I need you to make a intuition plus willpower.
7.
Dave really did just say, "Hey, you guys, you might find something." Oh, cool! They
Yeah,
found it.
it sounded fun at first.
Yeah, right.
I want to help you guys.
So,
Wink.
well, yeah, no, I mean, it was, it was interesting that, that you just said, I'm going to bust off into this thing. There's that precautionary layer. The thing's locked for a reason.
Uh-huh.
And it got left behind for a reason. I don't know why. Right, as a
Well,
character,
there's a
as
lot.
character
There's
perspective,
literally
right? You could-
bodies downstairs
you
that
could
were
theor-
left behind.
yeah, you could
so
theoreticize.
just- 'cause that.
Yeah, and is there any correlation? Who knows? But in most uncertainty, right, it's at least worth a quick astral look to see if there's any signature on the thing before just breaking a seal on something, right? Always handy to have someone be like, "I'm gonna take a look at that thing real quick before you start picking locks." Yeah, okay. There's an astral signature. Let's proceed with caution.
This was a learning experience.
Yeah, learning experience.
What's that? Captain America. So, you opened a book without
Right.
astrally looking.
Yeah, right.
Excuse me. I've been opening locks my whole life, and this is the first time that's happened, so I apologize.
You know what?
That'll teach you.
So this is the first time you've opened a lock, and it's been booby trapped.
Okay. All right. So
no.
I'm making
By magic.
magic plus charisma, which is my force. Okay. So
boy.
okay, I'm rolling
I want a charisma-based
4,
magic
5,
attack.
6, 2, 4.
That's,
So I'm rolling.
shaman.
Okay, and you're rolling intuition plus willpower.
Roger.
If you dip into shamanism, you might do pretty good.
I can't see Jelly
It's a
Bones.
shitty roll. Okay. 1. Dang,
That's not bad, Josh.
all right.
4.
You have 4.
Yes.
I have 2.
Yes.
So, all right. So, okay, I'm going to do just from its. Let's see here. Shall. Cool. All right. So you suffer no ill effects. This thing hits
Wow.
you, and you somehow whatever it's trying to deliver to you takes no effect.
I jumped off the ground.
You
for just
resist.
a moment.
You resist the resonance
The
of its
electricity
electrical
just goes
charge.
through.
Right. It tried to zap you with something, but you didn't.
Happened
You
to be in mid backflip, and even though it hit me,
yeah. You
I
kind of.
I was not grounded.
You kind
so-
of feel like.
So it just kind of went through you and out.
Yeah.
You're doing
My hair is like.
Okay. You feel for a minute like. Have you ever had like sleep paralysis?
No, but I.
Like,
I can,
you know
I
about it,
can-
like, where-
Yeah, I can.
You imagine like where for a moment there you almost felt like you were in the effects, like you almost kind of felt for a second there like you lost the ability to really your function to move, but
Ugh.
it quickly, like as fast as that feeling was there, was as fast as it kind of dissipated as
drop
you
the
kind of
book.
shrugged it off. Yeah, so
Screw
so
this
that was
thing.
that was its turn, and then on 17 is Nomad.
Oh God. Okay. So
So does him dropping the book do anything?
Well, I don't know.
yeah. So yeah. When he shocks me, once I realized like, okay, this is this guy's mad at me for having the book. I'm just cast it aside.
Okay, so you drop the book, right? That's free. You just drop something.
Yeah. Just letting it go.
Okay.
So, and then I'll take another slice
Okay.
at this thing.
Is
So
Kevlar,
that's-
does that conduct electricity?
3, 6,
Kevlar should
And-
not.
10, and then
No actual idea.
4, 6. We'll soak that minor action. 10.
3. And I'll hold the rest for dodging what it's probably going to try to do to me next.
All right. So then that's going to take us to Jelly.
So I'm out in the hallway. You go to hit it, and then
It's an epic kung fu battle going back and forth, but nobody really taking any licks.
But so him dropping the book did not make the thing go away.
It has not gone anywhere yet.
I'm gonna get out of there. The extent of my. Oh wait, no, because you can't communicate with them when they're single-minded.
If you see that, went that way. Huh.
Oh, yep.
Looking around
Thank
me,
you.
are there any like rubber floor mats or like that? Yeah, I think rubber floor mats.
Like
Like
non-conductive material.
correct.
Yeah, sure. There are floor mats.
Okay.
Like inside, like there'd be like down in the not in the administrative section. What you have, you got some non-conductive floor mats underneath some of the desks to not
Okay.
produce like static charge in case any technicians are working on any of the equipment.
All right. This is what I want to do. Is I want to dart in and grab one.
Okay, you're gonna grab like a desk mat.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I'd like to deliver it to Nomad.
Like here, like a pizza crust.
Like a
Take it.
shield.
All right.
Yes,
Okay.
that's my
Interesting.
goal.
All right.
I'm gonna say rubber mat incoming.
So now you're kind of across the room, and it's like this, like I've described before. It's kind of this wide room of cubicles.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna try
Yeah,
to like
throw it like a frisbee.
Yeah.
You're gonna try and sling it. All right. So go ahead and
Yeah.
give me an athletics plus agility
Nice.
roll.
Okay.
And you're gonna throw. You're basically gonna throw, unless you've got the throw.
Throw rubber mat, exotic
Thrown
weapon skill.
weapon skill.
I
Right.
knew it would come in handy.
I do not have the thrown
Okay.
weapon skill.
All right, so you're basically throwing something. Let's see how far. Let's see how you do.
I got 3 successes.
Okay.
You want to use 2, make it 4.
Well,
Now, how far away are you attempting to sling this thing?
How far away?
Are you trying to like throw the thing all the way across the room, or are you gonna like get kind of close to him, like here, but keep your distance enough to where you don't get the attention of this thing?
Let's see. So I have 1 major and 2 minors.
Yes.
So, and the minors are moving.
You can move as a minor, right?
So I can move closer as a minor and then use my major to fling
you're
this
about,
thing.
You're about 30 meters across the room. So you're about 20 meters from Nomad.
How far could one realistically
You
throw?
you could move 10, and then you could throw.
What? So you'd be throwing 20 meters? So that's
So there's scatter, right?
60 feet.
Yeah. So you could potentially.
That's a lot of feet. I don't.
That is. It's a long ways.
But depending on how big it is, if you frisbee that sucker, you
It
might
might
be
get
able
some
to.
air.
Wait, is Jelly the kind of person that would have played like frisbee golf?
Oh my god, yeah. That was like the move for the weekends.
Reaching deep to your old frisbee golf ways. And if I angle it that way.
This is just like that movie.
So the way it
Rudy.
works, so it depends on how close you get. It's just basically like the same thing as like throwing a grenade.
So I would get probably not like within 10 feet, but I would get as far as I could get.
Well, I still have minors. Can I still use those for movement if after she throws I still have them?
Well, the way it works, so
reserved?
if you get into near range, which is going to be what
4 to 50 feet.
4 to 50 meters, right?
Meters.
Okay.
So you get at near range, which you're already at near range. So if you sling that thing from here, the distance in meters is thrown is 2d6 minus net hits plus 2. So you're gonna make your thrown, basically your attack roll, and then you're gonna take that number plus 2 and then roll 2d6 and minus your net hits. If you can get it down to 0, then you land it on target, and then you just gotta roll for scatter.
Okay, so I got 4 successes.
Okay, so you got 4, so you got a total of 6. Now you're gonna roll 2d6 and minus 6 from that.
0.
So you sling this thing, it's all right.
Dang,
and
that is
so
hard
now
to
you're
throw
what you're
things.
gonna do is you're gonna roll 2d6. We're gonna figure out the direction that kind of scatters, like bounces.
Just pictures you as a basket
7?
with chains.
Nicely done. So you sling this sucker, and it bounces right, lands right on target. It would scatter forward, so it basically like comes slinging in and like basically you frisbee it straight into Nomad. Bump, you know.
Now roll damage.
And now and now you've got this mat, like this floor mat comes slinging across the cubicles like in this frisbee-like style.
I
and
start
just
fist pumping.
smacks into you. You're like, yeah, take it.
Yeah,
So-
that's how we do it.
Can I
That's how we
grab
do
it?
it.
Yeah, grab it with like my left hand and just try to
So
put
minor,
it between
minor
us.
action for you to pick it up.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll pick it up and try to just hold it between me and the.
Well, it's not your
elemental.
turn yet. So this
Right.
was on Jelly's turn. So you throw the thing. Boom. That was your major action.
Wham.
Nice
Can
throw.
I scurry back now, or am I
You
out
can
of-
move, yep.
Yeah,
You can
back in the hallway.
Okay, back in the hallway. So you can move another 10 meters. All right, and then so now it's Hot Hand's turn.
All
Now
right.
where do you envision yourself? Are you like up outside doing your normal? Okay, so you're like, all right, cool.
So I'm basically probably in the I wouldn't be I was in the cab.
Okay.
Effectively what I would be doing is I was in the cab every like 5 minutes. I'd probably astral project, peek my head out of the top,
Okay.
and just quickly come back in. So then when I hear this, I'm effectively just jumping out of my body and whipping around and diving down to them.
So with the speed that you can actually project, you can be like, cool, I'll go ahead and take my move action to go ahead and move to where it's at. Whoop.
Yeah.
Right? You're there. All right.
Well,
I can feel
Yeah.
feel Hot Hands.
So what do you see? You see this thing. You see there's a spirit that's combating Nomad.
well, this is
You don't know what kind of spirit. Like you see, it's an electricity spirit, right? But you don't know how powerful it is without sensing it.
well, this is your unlucky day, spirit, and I'm just gonna hold my hand out, clench it, and just try and banish it back into the
Okay.
astral plane.
So tell us how the banishing process works.
Yes. So, banishing works like this. So, I am going to make a conjuring and magic roll, and it's versus the spirit's force times 2.
Okay.
So, any net hits reduce the services the spirit has left to fulfill by 1 per net hit.
All right.
that's
Once
cool.
those services are reduced to 0, the spirit departs to the home meta
There
plane.
you go. All right. Cool.
So-
So I'm rolling my force times 2, which is 12 dice.
And I'm actually I have a specialization in banishing
There you go.
specifically.
So you get some extra
And
dice.
my magic.
3, 6, 9, 12. All right. Cool.
Oh, I love being able to roll full dice and not
There we
real.
All right. Let's see what I got. Ooh, not bad.
Oh,
These
this
dice
is
roll good.
horseshit.
I've got 5.
Okay, so I'm gonna use. Let's see here. If you guys want, I can use that too.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like we should use
Actually,
that.
you know what? No,
Do
you
you have
got
any-
5.
I got 5.
Do you have any edge left, Joey, that you could
You
give
got
in?
edge though. You got a full edge attribute. Oh, you have your edge is like 1, right?
Yeah, my edge is 1, so I could use 1 to try and just re-roll, but...
Yeah, I'm cleaned out of edge.
Is it 1 edge to reroll all the failures?
No, just to re-roll 1 die.
But that would still only give you 3. All right.
So, oh shit. So it did not work.
Okay. But you can. I believe you can try again.
Yeah, I
basically.
can.
You can
That
try
was
every
just-
round to
And
try and banish it.
that was
You
just
didn't
mine.
tell us you were on the way or anything, did you? You just dove right in. So I'm still like, hot
Oh, you
hands,
don't even
get
see
in
him.
here.
He's like in the outside.
Yeah.
That's why I
Hot
said
hands.
I feel Hot Hand's presence. But really, we have no idea.
So now we're down. So now we're back to the top. So we're back to this thing. So this thing continues to try and engage since you didn't really do anything to it with your banish. So 3, 6, 9.
Do we have like a shield stats pulled up
Do I
for the map?
do I take drain on trying this if I don't succeed?
Look at
Because it doesn't say that I do. It just says it says what the drain is, but
What is the drain?
drain is twice the oh wait. As is the case with summoning, banishing brings drain, which is equal to twice the number of hits, not net hits, the spirit got on his test to resist the banishment.
Okay, cool. So I got so hits was 5.
Yeah. Okay, so
So
I
you're
have
resisting a 5 drain.
so even okay.
Yeah. So because it says net, so it's said hits, not net hits. The spirit got on its resistance test, right?
Let's see here. Yeah,
That's
it
pretty
says
rough.
which is equal to twice the number of hits, not net hits.
Oh, twice the number of
Yeah.
hits. So I got 5. So you're resisting a 10.
Trying to.
God damn. All right. Well, I might die, guys.
You're not gonna die. You might pass out.
Well, if I'm in astral form, doesn't that do something bad if I pass out in the astral plane?
You don't want to pass out.
Yeah. No, I know.
Right, yeah.
Oh
You
well, if I die, that's
have to
it.
look it up. I don't think you're gonna die so much.
Burn your one edge.
Let me see.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do is just burn my one edge.
Right.
Here's the shield table. We'll probably have to homebrew it a little bit, but top of the right page.
Oh well, let's just see what I do.
Let's see what happens. Yeah. Yeah, it's 5. Yeah. Should roll different dice.
1, 2,
I should.
3. So 3. So that's still
Cool.
7.
So you took a 7S.
1,
Or-
2,
yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right. I'm gonna say that all you guys were healed up to full over the
Yeah.
course of these days. Okay. So this thing's gonna continue to try and pummel Nomad. So I got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Okay. And so it's making an unarmed attack.
We've used all of our resources and we're no better off. In fact, we're probably worse off.
He could have totally banished it right there. And I didn't
Yeah,
know
but
about
now
it.
he's at -3, so.
Oh, let's see. 1.
No,
Well,
only
this was.
-2.
This
Oh,
was
sorry.
You're making a defense test, Nomad. I did not
Okay.
roll, very well like I have been. I have 3 hits.
Okay, so.
See 4s and
You
2s.
remember to check if you get edge on him?
I don't think anything's changed, right? Because you haven't been wounded,
No.
and I neither have I. So yeah, still no edge. You get an edge when you attack me, but he doesn't get an edge when it attacks him. Because your defense rating is 10, right?
Right.
And
Right.
so the
So,
shield,
yeah, that's what we're looking at.
does that add to the defense rating?
Which I don't have equipped yet because
Oh,
you
that's
threw
right.
it
You haven't
and
got it yet.
It's on the ground. Yeah.
I had an action, but
Yeah.
I don't think I could use that before the end of the
Yeah,
round.
it's his turn.
to
Yeah.
equip it.
Okay, so it's in.
Okay, so I have one more.
Josh rolling pretty good though.
Yeah.
I don't know where that's coming from.
This is surprisingly tense.
I rolled pretty good earlier.
Yeah, you killed it.
That was insane.
Yeah, there's
Now
6.
you re-rolled a die. Did you just spend?
So I
an
have
edge?
13.
Oh, you have 13.
No, I have
Okay,
13
all right.
dice and.
So you have 6. I have
13 in
3.
my
You
pool.
totally dodge it. Okay. This thing's like womp womp.
Yeah.
This thing's like swinging its electrical arms at you. It basically like forms this electrical appendage and then swings it, and it kind of quickly goes back into its body, and these little things just start arcing out, trying to pummel you. All right. So now it is Nomad's turn.
So I'm still up next to it, but I'm within. I should be within reach of the mat. So I'm hoping that I can grab that without too much trouble.
Okay.
With one minor, I'll just grab that mat and kind of hold it up, and
Okay,
then
hold up the-
with a full, I'll swing.
So it'll act the same as it acts the same as a shield.
Cool. So the shield gives the ballistic shield gives 2 defense.
All right. That sounds about right. So it's gonna give you +2 to your defense rating,
Yeah.
right? So
Since it's not as hard as ballistic shield, but it is rubber.
non-conductive, right?
Right.
So
Yeah, I
I'm
think
gonna,
for
I'm
our
gonna give it
purposes,
to you.
yeah.
And because it was so nicely thrown at you.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna
So
give
now
it
I'm sword and shield.
Okay.
Sword and board.
to you. Sword and board, man.
So does that impose any penalty on my attack roll? For
Oh,
like,
no, because
having
you're
this?
attacking with your main hand
Yeah,
and you're
okay.
using
Cool.
the mat as your offhand.
Okay, so I'll take another swing.
Okay. I get my defense
8,
test.
5, so that's 13
2, 3,
again.
4, 5, 6, and then
And I
ridiculous.
my attack
Nice.
rating is 10.
And my defense rating is My defense rating is 4, so you get a point of edge.
Awesome. Okay, so that's
So
2
1,
points. So then I'll be able to
2.
get.
Looks like I have 6.
How many dice are you rolling there, Dave?
I believe I'm rolling 16 dice here.
Jeez.
Just because I'm blowing my minor action to dodge.
Yeah.
Which I don't see any reason why everyone wouldn't be saving a minor action to dodge in combat. It makes
Yeah.
all the sense to me in the world. No sense not to.
Right.
Unless you really need to use it
If
for
you
something
thought
else.
you weren't being attacked and
Right.
you want it to go 2 times instead.
Well, it's huge because, I mean, most characters should have athletics, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know. So, problem is, the thing that tips the scales here is its reaction is force plus 4, so it gets 10 dice on its reaction.
So do we know how many actions it has on its turn?
It has, let's see. Well, I'm giving it 1 minor, or 2 minor and 1 major.
Cool. Okay.
It actually should have 3 minor and 1 major. I've been doing, 1 minor because it has 2d6 for initiative, so it would.
Right.
So it should have an action pool of 3 minor, 1 major.
So it's still whipping our ass, and
Yeah.
it's weaker than it should be.
Well, it hit you once, and you were able to resist it. Hot Hands tried to banish it.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's just assaulting, and I'm just like weakly trying.
Yeah. I mean, so far it really hasn't done anything to you, but it's trying, right? And it definitely. I mean, I rolled as good as I could have rolled with the 12 hits.
Yeah.
I mean, and you still managed to, then resist the effects of its touch. It's not necessarily trying to do brunt damage to you. It's trying to do something specific,
So, right,
deliver
like, how
something
do we,
in its
how
touch.
do we, how do we satisfy it? Like, how do we give it what it wants?
There is
Was I supposed to lock the book
or
back?
something,
Jelly, lock the book.
So, all right, so that's
it
on
back.
9. Are you gonna do? Are you
Close it,
17?
lock
Are
it.
you gonna do anything else?
No, I'm just gonna save my others.
Keep blocking it with the floor mat.
Yeah.
All right. So that's gonna bring us down to 9, which is Jelly.
So what I know about these kind of things is that they have to complete a task before they can be...
Correct. They need to satisfy the requirements of the task that they're bound to service to.
Do I know if they have multiple, like, how you could do multiple things, though, or just the one big thing?
It could be bound to multiple services. Typically, from what you know from working with Hot Hands, that the way he commands spirits, they're usually linear things. Like, in this case, it might be protect the book.
Okay.
And then it will do whatever it can to feel like any threat to the book has been negated. And at that point, that task has been satisfied.
They're just run, like you said in the beginning. Like, I mean, it's going to take a lot. To me, it seems like it's going to take a lot to fight this thing. And like I said, we used all of our edge, and Hot Hands is only, going to get more stunned as we go.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, but just when you look at the numbers,
I rolled pretty good. I mean,
good.
I rolled, I was rolling 12 dice. I rolled 5 hits, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should roll less than that, on average.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so I think I am going to try to get the book.
Throw it out the window.
That's what I'm thinking.
So you're like 20 meters away.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think that what my goal is to get the book and throw it out the window and see if that makes it go with it.
You're on a sub level.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, we were in admin.
Oh, admin's upstairs, sub-level,
Yeah.
yep.
Oh, so there's no windows?
Yeah. Throw it at the window. Right back.
Bam! Bounces off the wall.
Whoops. Yeah, I thought we were like above.
Yeah, first level was administration, second level was
How about you open the book? Use his auto picker and open it up while it's fighting him.
MF's not
Then
here.
he's gonna get mad at
can't
her,
dodge.
so she can't
I'm
dodge
still
as well.
on it.
Yeah. Oh, you're. Open the book.
Okay, so we're in the same room as the safe, though?
Yes. You're like, quick, open the safe, get in.
Okay, so I'm going to go get the book. That's my goal.
Okay, so you're 20 meters away. Are you going to try and sprint for the book?
Yeah.
Okay. So the way sprint works, so your move is 10. On a sprint, it's 15.
Okay.
And you make an athletics test. And for every hit that you get on your athletics test, it adds a meter to your move.
So I just roll straight athletics?
Yep, straight athletic. Well, it's athletics plus
Agility.
agility. Yep. So you always get your link to tribute.
Okay.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be rolling nearly as many dice.
So that's 5 successes.
Nice.
5 successes. Okay. So you run. That's great. You run 20 meters.
I'm like
Perfect.
back in my frisbee
So
golf days.
you-
I'm playing.
Yeah. So you sprint over to the book. It's there on the ground. Right. You got to pick it up. That's a minor action.
Does it have an off switch?
Yeah.
On, off. It's got a
So-
toggle.
2 important things is did you drop the lock picker?
He didn't say. He said he dropped the book.
Yeah, let's just decide.
No, I mean, I probably, when I drew my katana, slid it back into my pocket.
Okay.
You're all-
So
oh,
But I never
lock it.
used it. I just, like, literally touched it
That
and
counts
it
as
popped
using
open.
So
Yeah,
just
okay.
as a tester, so I made it over. That was my major.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, no, the move. That's your move. So
Oh,
You
I can move and I can. Okay.
Move is I don't believe move. You have a list of actions there, right?
Yeah.
The question is sprint.
I think move. Oh, sprint is a major action. Yes, sprint.
But I can pick up this book now.
Move is a minor. Yes, you can pick it up as a minor. That's your major and your minor.
Okay.
And I think you've got what? So everyone should have 2 minor and 1 major.
Everyone should have 1.
Is it 1 and 1? Well, you get you get 1 minor and 1 major plus 1 for every initiative die that you have.
Yeah.
So everyone's at the minimum got 2 minor and 1 major per round. So yeah, you still have a minor action. So you've moved as a major, you sprinted as a major, you picked it up as a minor. Now you've got a minor one. And a minor action, things like you can activate or deactivate a focus as a minor action. You can change device mode. I mean, so depending on what you want to do.
Can I hold it? Am I the last
You're
person?
holding it. You're holding it.
No, I know. Can I hold my action?
Yes. You can hold that last minor action, and before the round ends, you can choose to take your action at any.
Who's after me? Nobody? I think I'm the last one.
No, Hot Hands is after you.
Oh, okay. But I don't know that. So...
Yeah, this is all going on behind the scenes in the astral plane.
Yeah.
You
So I start running. I'm not sprinting, but
can't move anymore. You've already sprinted.
Move?
Right. You've already moved your maximum for the round.
I can't pick anything up.
You can't pick anything else up. Well, you could.
No. So is there a mat nearby I could pick up?
No, you'd have to move over one of the cubicles and grab a map.
Can you maybe look at what the book actually is?
Oh yeah, is it open?
The book's wide open.
Yeah. What's in this shit?
Okay. Inside the book are a bunch of notes.
Okay.
Handwritten notes.
Handwritten notes.
Yep.
All right. So I guess that will complete my turn for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's a journal.
Right.
Yep. So then we're going to go to Hot Hands.
Well, I'm looking. So, the book does not state what happens if I pass out in the astral plane at all, apparently. So I'm looking.
It does say, I think, what happens when you get killed in the astral plane.
Yeah, but it does not say what happens if I pass out. And I'm looking at the musicians use.
I think there's the thing of like while you're out, you know.
Yeah, so I think maybe what would happen is I would pass out, and which means I would have to, try and roll to wake up,
You return to your body, basically.
Yeah. So I could return to the body and take overflow damage.
But you're projecting, so I think I have to look at it. I didn't want to take the time to do it, but any damage that you take in the astral, is it physical? Did it?
Yeah. So what it actually says.
You actually took a physical, so you took 7 physical, not 7
Well, let me
stun.
double check because it says banishing. So change the second sentence to read as follows. As with summoning, if the final drain is higher than the banisher's magic, the drain damage is physical. Otherwise, it's stun.
All right, so it was 7, and your magic is 5, right? So it's physical.
5, yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So all of that's physical.
Yep.
All right. So let me erase this over here.
Oh my god.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He came running over, and just as he got to the plate, he's still running to me. He's like, stop.
Trying to use food.
Ate all the remaining pieces.
I don't want you guys to die.
But we don't want you to die.
Yeah, so you could always try. You could come in and you could try and banish this thing outside of the astral plane.
Yeah.
If you're necessarily bad.
Yeah. Unfortunately, at this point, so if I go back up, one of you might die. If I try and do it now.
Although Nomad is kind of holding his own with that floor mat and his sword. He hasn't done any damage to it, and it hasn't been able to do any damage to him.
No. All right. So I'll go back to my body.
Okay, you book it back to your body. Go, oh shit, that hurt.
Yeah, and just cough up blood.
Oh Jesus! All right.
I'll be down in just a minute. And so then I'm gonna stand up and just start hoofing it out down there.
All right. So you start moving. So you're outside. It's going to take you several rounds.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just coughing up.
So we're going to reach the end of the round. Did Jelly want to use his last minor action to do anything before the round ends?
I can't throw, right?
Not as a minor.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that I can do that I would do. I think I just need to see what happens with me picking it up.
Okay.
So, no.
So we're back to the top. So at the top of the order, this thing diverts its attention from Nomad.
Yeah.
And turns to you, right? And comes over to make an attack. All right. So what is your defense rating? Your unarmed defense rating?
3.
Can you close the 20 meters distance?
No, she ran 20 meters over to it.
Yeah.
Because he dropped the book where he's at. So she's right next to these guys.
So unarmed defense rating is just the same as this defense rating? Or is it something different?
6. What's that?
Because I see unarmed AR and then defense rating. Is there a different
No,
unarmed?
defense rating is what you're after. Yeah,
Okay,
defense
so
rating.
3.
Okay. The 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 3 more dice. Okay, cool. All right, so you're doing.
I'm about to fucking die.
So my attack rating is 6.
Uh-huh.
And what is your defense rating?
I think this is my first attack. What's my defense
I'm sorry.
rating?
My attack rating is force times 2, which is 12. That's my attack rating.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And what's your defense rating?
3.
Okay, cool. So I get a point of edge. That's all I mean.
Good,
Right.
okay, yeah.
Point of edge for me. All right, so I'm going to make an attack. You're going to make a defense roll. So you're going to take your intuition plus your reaction and dice. And I would recommend using one of those minor actions to add in your athletics, which is always, I don't see any reason not to do that. So if you've got athletics, you're going to also add your athletics rank to that roll. I've got 1 hit.
Oh, fuck, I got 2.
Man, nice.
Okay.
This thing comes at you and you dodge it. Whoop. It's like this lightning arm.
I'm still in my disc golf. I'm rolling on the ground.
This thing, I got literally 1/6. They're all, look at all 3s and 4s. Literally 3s and 4s, except for 3 1s. Okay, this thing totally missed you. Wow. So then it's done with its turn, so then it's Nomad. Nice dodge. You're like, oh shit.
That was the skin of my
That was
teeth.
scary.
Yeah, I was worried.
I was a little worried for you.
And then, like, as it swipes at me, Jelly is like, not this time, bitch.
It's apparent to you that whatever, it's obvious, it's obvious that its sole
the book.
function is to protect the book.
Okay.
So there's nothing like take aim for melee.
No.
It's like something to add.
Take
dice.
aim. You don't aim with your fist.
Right. No, it says right here. Yeah, it's only firearms.
Yeah, it's
so
only for fire.
for exotic ranged weapons.
Correct.
Like, I
my
just want
gosh.
to like come up behind it.
Now now elementals, or spirits aren't typically immune. Well, they used to be.
Yeah.
They used to be immune to like normal weapons. You either had to like use some type of magically active weapon, like a foci or something, or you needed to do like this contest of wills, where you're basically using like your mental attributes against it to try and do damage, and it was way harder. Spirits and elementals were way more dangerous in previous editions of Shadowrun.
It would be cool if you had, like, a monk character, if there was kind of aiming mechanism for, like, your focus or
You
whatever.
can totally take that. You take an adept martial arts and use killing hands. Your killing hands do physical damage instead of stun, and they're considered dual natured.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
They're really cool. Yeah.
Can't see it being better to shoot them really.
What if it just goes through and kills me?
No, not right now. I'm just thinking in general. But yes.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So
Since
while
the thing
these
is manifested, it is now considered a dual natured creature, and it has a physical body and it can be hurt.
Even though it's electric, there's like a meat in there?
Yep, it's solidified as a spirit, a manifested spirit.
it's
meat in there.
Electric
but
meat.
it's, yeah. So while he's turned his attention to her, and I'm going to take advantage, or him, I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity and slice him in the back.
Okay. So I'm gonna get my defense. So I get my 3, 6 plus 4 there, and then my athletics of 6, and then my intuition of 6. 3, 4, 6. This is where these things really excel because by using that minor action, I get an additional 6 dice.
And I get another edge for the 10 attack rating.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna roll. I've got 1, 2. I have 4. Yes. How many ones do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool.
Yes.
All right there. But
get 5.
I've only got 4. So.
5.
And you've got 5.
I actually landed something. Did it hurt it? Well,
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So let's roll. Let's take a look at your damage. Unfortunately for these things, when they do take damage, they are body -2 in body. So your damage should be. I think it's strength, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to ask. Do you add? I mean, the damage value is 3 of the weapon.
Then that's the damage.
So I don't know if there's.
It's 3 base, and you have 5, so it's gonna be a 4, unless Katana adds. So the damage of the blade constitutes you
What if he
swinging
does
it.
a cartwheel? Can it get like a sick move bonus?
Yeah, what's the sick move?
There isn't really one in game
Flare?
terms, but depending on what you wanted to do, and if you pulled it off accurately, I might give you something. Just a story. Like when CC did that weird flip. And remember that? Yeah, that was great.
Sick move bonus.
Yeah.
Sick move bonus.
Isn't there like some kind of what is that?
Well, there's a called shot.
No,
No, it's the rule of cool.
no. Specifically, what's the pirate one that Matt ran?
Oh, 7C.
Isn't there
hero
like
points?
a hero
Oh.
points?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not in Shadowrun.
Yeah, not Shadowrun.
Actually, no. I mean, technically, the bonus Edgy gives us is kind of the closest
Yeah.
to the hero points.
Is it cool points?
Yeah. All right. So I have 6. I have 1 hit on my body resistance test. So it started as a 4, right? So I take 3 physical.
Yes.
Oh, we're
Do
never
a
gonna.
kick
Oh.
flick,
So that's just
Josh.
-1 die to all his tests, right?
Yes.
Boom. So the first arc of wounds have been delivered.
We're never gonna open another book again. We're gonna be suspicious as hell of every book.
I know. From now on, I'm just bringing everything straight to you first.
All right.
Yeah.
I found something. Not even gonna.
So that was 17. So that's gonna put us to Jelly. Jelly's standing there with the book.
I'm gonna throw the book.
Okay, you're gonna throw it. Where are you gonna do it?
I'm aiming for the safe.
Okay, so you're gonna take the book and throw it at the safe across the room. All right. So okay.
I'm in my disc golf move now.
Okay.
Look
Okay.
at that shit.
All right. So you're gonna take it, and throw the book.
Yeah, I
All
got.
right.
What do we do? Athletics? We decided.
Yeah. So it's what it is. So it's thrown. So you're gonna make your athletics plus your agility, and then we're gonna like figure out how. Basically, we figure out the distance in meters that
That's
you
right.
threw the thing. It's the same thing like throwing a grenade.
I threw. I got one success.
You got one. So you're 2d6 minus 3. So now roll 2d6.
2.
2 minus 3 is 0.
No, I got 8.
Oh, 8. Okay. So okay, you threw it 6 meters.
That's not bad.
All right. So you throw the book 6 meters away. The vault is like 10 meters away from where you guys are at. All right.
Okay.
So you threw it most of the way. So bam, you throw it over there and it lands on the ground. And then also roll 2d6. It doesn't matter. The scatter. Well, actually, go ahead and roll the scatter.
9.
Hang to the left.
All right, a little bit to the right. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm rolling scatter
English
range,
on
distance in meters for throw. Oh, this is for distance. So it's scatter. You throw it. Okay, so cool. So it goes. What was it? 8 meters.
6.
So it went 6 meters, but a little off to the right.
What was it 8?
Basically curved
Whatever.
a little. You like
Okay.
shanked it a little bit to the right as you threw it. But
All
so
right.
that's now 8
Try to
meters
lock
away.
it back, or we couldn't lock it back, huh? There was no way to
Nobody,
lock it back.
nobody tried.
You say that as Jelly
After she throws it,
releases it.
Why did you lock it? I mean, I don't know if he's
You
not
guys
gonna,
can
like,
talk for free amongst yourselves. You know,
Yeah.
it's a free action. You can be like,
close the book.
Well, I already threw it, so I think we'll just like going forward.
"Whoa."
No, run to where I got it. There. Pick it up, and that's my turn.
Don't run to the mage with the book or anything.
All right. So, anything else that Jelly wants to do while it's his turn?
The opposite direction from where
Yeah.
I threw the book.
You're gonna move away. All
Yes.
right, cool. All right. So you're gonna move away. All right. All right. So doesn't draw any kind of attack of opportunity or anything from the elemental. All right. So you move away, but obviously the elemental can choose to pursue if it wants to. Right?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So now it's Hot Hand's turn, who's continuing to speed away. Go ahead and give me an athletics test to see how far you run. You're sprinting, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're sprinting towards the door. Then we're gonna move up to its turn again. So you've moved away. It's gonna make an attack against Nomad, who sliced it with his sword.
Yes.
So we're gonna go 3, 4,
I got its
5,
attention
6.
back, so that's good. And I have
Um,
the match shield, so that's good.
I'm pretty wounded right now,
There's
but
6
I'm on
minus
my
1.
way.
So minus 1 die. All right, here we go. So it's gonna. It has 2.
Hey, that's not bad.
No.
Cool. So this is 3 more from 15.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at the god rolls that Josh did.
I know. Look at
Okay,
that
so
thing.
you
yeah, there's
dodged.
3 more,
Right,
but
you
I
dodged.
won't worry about it.
No, you dodged.
So,
All right, cool. All right, so it swings at you, and again, you miss. You block it with
Cartwheel.
the non-conductive mat it's been provided you. All right, it is now Nomad's turn.
so you don't have the book. The book is 6 meters the opposite direction,
Uh-huh.
and you're going the other way.
Yeah.
As a move, you can make it there in one
Yeah.
move action if
Okay.
you wanted to.
So yeah, I'll take a swing and then head over there. So
Okay, so you're gonna take a swing
yeah,
as a
I'm just
major.
kinda swinging back over the mat again while I'm trying to kind of reposition with my back to the book, so I
All
get
right.
back over there.
So go ahead and make an attack roll. I'll make
Jelly
my
like
defense.
visited being a hero, and then
Oh.
it's like, no, this is scary.
Right.
If with the edge on this one, that'll get me back up to 4, so I could do a 4-edge exploding 6s attack.
Ooh.
Six there for
Yeah, go for it.
athletics, and
I'm rolling a ton of die.
So it'll be 13 plus 4, so it'll be 17.
it's a lot. Yeah, a lot of dice for this thing on its defense. I'm also adding
Okay.
an additional
That's
6
good.
dice for his athletics.
So
So
Dave-
blowing that minor action. Yeah, I'm rolling a crap ton of dice, but I'm not doing that. 1, 2, that's 6.
So Dave, I was using 4-edge to add edge to my roll this time.
You've already used all of your edge.
No, but I've been getting edge back every round. I've been fighting this thing, right?
When
One
you
per
attack it, you get 1. Yes.
Yeah, so this is the 4th round.
Okay. All right.
So-
So you can save it. No problem.
Right, so this round on my attack, I'll get that 4th one. So can I use it the same round that I get
No.
it?
No.
Okay. So
You
then I
won't
can't
be able to
do that
use
yet.
it. You get it this round.
Yeah, so next
Use
round
it.
I can do it.
Yes.
Okay. So it'll just be a regular old
Just a normal.
13.
Just
I
normal
didn't realize-
13 dice
13.
roll.
I did not realize that they stacked. I thought they went away immediately.
No, they stack up to your maximum. You can never have more than 7
So-
edge. in
I
any
thought you
one
had
thing.
to use them the same round
4.
that you.
No. Nope. You can carry them over.
Nope, 4.
4. All right, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so
Okay.
I dodge your attack. So you swing and
from there,
miss.
I'll move back to the book.
You
kinda
move over,
keeping
that's a
the
move.
shield in between me.
Okay, so that's a
And,
minor. Then you still have 2 minors.
Can't really. I don't have another hand.
You can drop something. So actually, it says
didn't think this
it
far
says
in
it's a
advance.
minor action to drop something. I think
gotta
that's
flip.
stupid. So I mean, I'm gonna say if you want to just drop something on the ground, that's free. Just I let go. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I'll leave my trusty shield.
Drop the floor mat. All right.
Yeah, and grab the book.
Okay. So you pick up the book. That's another minor action.
Okay. So then that will leave me with my
One
last
minor
So I will hold that one.
You're gonna hold it.
Yeah.
That was
Book is
17.
back in my hand. Obviously, getting rid of the book.
No,
No,
pick up
Okay.
the mat again.
Are you running somewhere with it?
not yet. But I was gonna go meet.
The question is, if
Yeah.
you're running somewhere with it, did you move this round?
Yeah.
Minor
Yeah.
action is moved.
He moved, yeah. So you moved over to the book, picked it up, dropped the mat. All right. So now it is Jelly's turn on 9.
I'm gonna continue moving out of the room.
Okay. So you move away. Hot Hands an 8 continues to move
Like-
towards the room.
Do I get to roll another?
Yeah, you get to roll another sprint.
Hey, 1 success. Like,
All
is
right,
it
so an
possible
additional
to,
meter,
like-
so 16 meters.
I guess banishing the spirit is the same as getting the book and like disconnecting the services directly from the book. It's like,
The thing is, though,
can you banish it at the book instead of on the spirit?
Yeah.
be able to, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Or at least we can close it and wait until I heal up a little bit before I try again.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we can keep it for a later date. That would be excellent.
Point is, I'm gonna come and banish that. I might die, but you know what?
So that was on. We're back to the top. So 21. This thing continues to focus its attention on you.
Right.
Now it's standing with the book in his hand.
And I lose
And-
my shield bonus.
Moves over. It's gonna make an attack. Alrighty. I have 4.
I have 3 more dice. I have 3. But 3 more dice. Ooh, 5, 6.
4, 5.
4, 5.
All right. I'm gonna use my 1. Oh, and I get an additional. I get a point of. What's your defense rating now?
10.
10. Nope. Still not. Only got it against you. You know, I will go ahead and spin this to re-roll 1 and see if I can get a tie on you. And I don't. All right. So
Fortune
all right,
favors the
so
Nomad.
it misses. Right. Okay. So it is now Nomad's turn.
All right.
You get a point of edge.
So, no,
If he's attack,
well, right. So now I have 4.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do the attack with the exploding egg.
Well, you'll get the 5th one this round. So
So then I'll actually have 1 after this.
yes. Can't spend it the round you get.
Right.
Like, basically, I don't know. Maybe.
But I got 4 banked.
All right. Yes.
Oh, but I can't go to. Oh,
You can go to 7 maximum.
so I can go beyond my.
You can never have more than 7 total.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So this will be a nice, healthy 13
So,
and
I'm
4.
dodging. All right. So
That'll be
3,
17.
6. I have 6.
Okay. Well, I got 5, but I got 4 exploding 6s.
Why are you using exploding 6s?
Because I spent the 4 edge.
4 edge. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So you get to reroll those.
So I got 5, 6, 7.
7. And I have 6. All right. So you hit.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So you hit. And now I
Oh
do
my
a body
goodness.
resistance test to soak damage. So I'm resisting a
3.
4.
4.
Yeah,
Right.
resisting a 4. So it's 4 minus 2, which is 4. And I make a roll, and I hit. So 1, so I take another 3
Yes.
speed. So I'm taking 6.
Putting dent on this thing.
Yep, put it down. So I'm now minus
Like at
2
this
dice. All right, so
Maybe
anything
we
else
don't
you want to
banish
do?
it. Like maybe you just start hurting it.
Anything else you want to do?
Please don't die.
So that was yeah.
Major.
So I'll start heading back towards the direction Jelly's going.
No.
Yeah, not
Stay
to catch
away
up
from
to you.
Jelly
I'm-
catch.
Yeah, obviously we know that the
We
book is
could
what
hot
it's after.
potato it. That's not bad. I was
So yeah, I don't think it's worth it.
So
all state and
Yeah.
disc
Hot
golf.
Hands, as you're considering the situation when you're running down the hallways, first you're running down the ramp to get to the sub level. Give me a memory test.
Okay, let me see. Oh, actually, my memory's 6.
This is a roll to see if something becomes apparent to you, because you're familiar with this type of thing. This is a common, like, spirit ward kind of thing on an object.
Sever it. Break the
I got
ward.
2.
Okay, that's enough. You just need 1. So you know that commonly when traps like this, right, where they have like these guardian spirits, they're set to guard something, right? They're as easily triggered as they are diffused.
Okay. You guys haven't locked it up, right?
Oh my god, we have it
I mean,
still.
So I'll.
No, we don't know how to lock it technically. We just
These things are often easy to put back. You just gotta cork the top somehow. How'd you let it out?
I just stuck the lockpick in there.
There was a lock. Well, close the lock.
I mean, how do you close the lock? Like, what? It's a clasp of some sort. Like,
It has a clasp on it, you know. But as soon as you put the lock pick
Right.
in there, you didn't
Like,
actually
popped
pick the
open.
lock. It
Right.
popped open.
I have 3 actions, so can I
Convert 'em.
can I sheath my sword and then use my spare hand to try to close the book while I'm running away from this thing?
As a minor action, you can just close the book.
Oh, okay, cool. And then I will do that.
You close the book, and the spirit dissipates.
Oh God!
I've been sitting here round after round after round going, you guys are like throwing the book around and like, passing the baton.
Throwing it out the window. Oh my God!
Come up, I'm gonna just run past MF and just like kind of wave.
Yeah.
But I like wave and hit the glass, and you'll see blood that I coughed
So
into
you
my
went down to the
hand.
second level, come down here.
Yeah,
come
so
back
now,
up again.
now I'm just waiting on the elevator.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
please
just
don't
literally,
die.
as easy as it was something to protect the book by opening it. You reversed it by closing the book back up. Now, you know that
I definitely want to open that book
if
again.
it was bound to protect the book and it had more services, then in theory, if you opened it again, it might show up again. But if you open it, it doesn't show up, that was it.
Oh.
As the door
Here, let me burn through its services real quick. But yeah, no, literally, this was just one of those simplest things but it was funny, and this is common, where from a game man's perspective, I'm like, this should be obvious, but it's not, because you're so caught in the static situation.
When you
you're
realize
like,
how
what do we do?
powerful the thing is, you're like, okay, yeah.
It's almost like a grenade. Like, imagine if you just opened it and threw it at someone.
Here, take this. Yeah, it's crazy.
Just leave it on the guy's desk that you don't want to show up for work the next day.
And right, do not open them.
Yeah.
So the electrical spirit had a paralyzing touch that had you failed that. If I would have gotten net hits, it would have either immobilized or paralyzed you.
My
That wouldn't have
luck
been any
throughout
fun.
that battle was ridiculous. I just have to say,
Yeah.
you're rolling a ton of dice, and I just kept.
The
dice just
dice
kept
are
showing up.
Oh my
exceptionally.
God, we're numbskulls.
Yeah.
No, you guys did fine. It was just
But-
funny. Barry figured it out. He's like, like this, like, oh.
But I couldn't say anything.
Yeah, I couldn't say anything, so that was good to watch. So it was, painful and yet entertaining, right? So, but yeah, so with your magical background, you're like, wait a minute, hold on, it should be just as easy. It's not that hard. We're thinking way past it.
Why didn't you tell us that in the beginning?
Try closing the thing,
Have I made it?
Guys,
to
I got
that?
an idea.
Yeah, so you finally make it down.
Close the book.
I just you see the elevator door open to me just hacking. And I'll just wipe some blood on the wall. Alright, well, that was a very strong spirit. I tried to banish it in the astral plane and it didn't work. What did you guys close the book and it went away?
It's closed. Don't worry.
Googly eyes, is it still magically active?
When you look at the book, there's no longer an astral signature on the book.
Can I see the book, please?
Please be my guest.
I'm like looking over a mat.
I'll just flip it open.
Okay. Inside, when you flip it open, nothing happens, right? So you're going to assume, okay, there's no more, there's probably a spirit bound by one
Please let there
serpent.
be a
So had
good
you have
side
been
to this.
successful with your banish and had one net success, you would have dissipated the elemental of the spirit.
Well,
So as you open the book and you kind of start to look through the pages, they are
Dear
notes.
diary.
They are. It's not a personal diary. It is a journal. It is a detailing subject one. The whole gamut of what's happened with these 7 subjects.
Oh, sick.
And also inside of it are the access codes to the terminal, to the computer.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
And that's where we'll stop.
All that work, you guys.
But you got it. You made
we
it.
got him.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Dave.
sure.
Oh my
Sure.
God, Dave, thank you.
That was
No problem.
brutal.
Thank you for listening to another NCRP Productions podcast. To stay on top of everything we're doing, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and like us on Facebook, all at NCRP Productions. You can show your support and help us continue to produce content by joining our Patreon. We offer additional podcasts like our B-Sides and have GM materials, maps, and other fun things you can discover over time. You can find our podcasts on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google, and many other fine podcast sites. Just look for us at NCRP Productions. We value your thoughts so please don't hesitate to leave us feedback or comments. And if you would like to contact us directly, you can email us at ncrpproductions@gmail.com.